brace yourselves for the most macho, most broliest of bro introductions. Not from me, but from this she-man right here. Take it away.
Who the fuck told you it was okay to be less than your best self? I've showed you guys since the day I left the penitentiary
that I've got a really tiny penis. The she-man who walks before you with that ridiculous t-shirt that proclaims they are ripped, rich, and rare, because the way that second to last letter is being obscured, it makes the word look a lot more sinister than it actually is. You would have been drawn to this video like everybody else because just like me, you would have had aspirations back in the 1980s to make lots of money, to have your dream apartment in Miami or perhaps even Los Angeles with a beautiful woman who is a brunette, a blonde, or a redhead.
No, not like the first time you had sex. Put her back.
Okay.
Okay, now pick them all up. Shake them up. Does that feel...
All right.
Or maybe all three at once. A son, a daughter, a 4x4 and a cute dog and maybe a cute cat to round off the family collective. But sadly, ladies and gentlemen, by the end of this video, you might be thinking to yourself, I've had a lucky escape. Money's not everything. It can't buy me happiness, and it certainly cannot restore my mental health, because people with less money, it seems, are more mentally able to get on with life and not be fascinated by the false idols money can bring into your home. What am I talking about? Well, stick around, folks, and find out more. So, ladies and gentlemen, who is the biggest narcissist of 2024? Is it Kim Belair from Sweet Baby Inc? No. Is it Koala Harris? No. Is it Wes Watson? Who?
Broadcasting under manager. No, it's a bum.
Well, wait until you watch this video. It went viral about 3 weeks ago, but for some reason it found its way into my notices and recommendations today. So I'm going to give you my reaction on the most insecure beta male I have ever seen.
The name's Nukem. Duke Nukem. No, I'm not here to kick ass or chew bubble gum. I'm not here to get even with those alien bastards for shooting up my ride either. I'm here to tell you to watch Jason King on Kung Fu Hot Dog. So watch out for him and his babes of the 1980s. Oh, and one more thing. Hail to the king, baby.
Yep, so this gentleman right here, Mr. Baldy, because, you know, bald guys who grow full beards but have no hair on top are just trying to mask their insecurities by looking more macho and male. Of course, some of you might be fans of my channel, and I'm certainly not having a dig at you because I'm pretty sure you guys are pretty cool in my books. But this fatso here, and I'm going to call him that, all in white, I mean, that's very 1980s, and if you can pull it off, good for you. But this guy is no George Michael, and the fool sitting next to him is one of the co-founders of Fresh and Fit, and he's another moron as well, because there's a video of him, I think it was out last year, where he was caught bragging about the fact he went to a National Football League party and he was sleeping with different women throughout the course of that celebration. But as it turns out, the guy's full of complete doo-doo and is probably still a virgin. Now, I might demonetize this particular video, or if I can be bothered, I'll try to censor as much of Wes Watson's foul mouth there is as possible, because I've got an opinion about guys who just brag about it. And yeah, he apparently, well, not apparently, it's a fact, he served 10 years for marijuana smuggling, and his success story is that he came out of prison, or penitentiary as you Americans like to call it, and became a millionaire. And good for him in that respect, but I've never seen such arrogance and conceit in my life. So without further ado, folks, let's play this video, and he might need some earplugs. or in this guy's case, butt plugs.
I need you to be a billionaire to say you're rich, or other people, they'll see that even I rent my place. It's $95,000 a month. But they're like, you rent your place. It's like, you dumb motherfucker. You don't understand how to even operate at my level. People don't buy a $24 million house. They buy $24 million worth of properties that would bring them more money. You don't dump all that into that fucking liability and live in.
Yeah, but with $95,000 a month, you could actually buy a place that's not $24 million in total. Like, why do you want to go for a big, massive mansion? Because you got a small dick, Wes Watson? That's probably what he's saying here. Hey, you know, I pay 95 grand a month. And look, I never seen that kind of money. I will never ever imagine paying that kind of money a month. And yes, the pros and cons of renting and buying a place, from what I've understood in the last few years, if you buy a place, you're actually worse off. I mean, I've seen $24 million plus apartments in Miami that I think look fantastic until you find there's a hidden tax charge every year, which is like over $500,000. So maybe Wes Watson, Mr. Baldy here, who seems to be a bad candidate to be a very bad Santa Claus in my opinion. Yes, while I can see some logic in what he's saying, at the same time, if you're bragging about being a millionaire, well, most millionaires never brag about it. They kind of stay stum about the whole fact that they are minted men and women.
And the guy's like, oh no, but like, it looks like you're going to hurt your... Shut the fuck up, dude. I'm end up with your chest if I do that shit. Why would I want that? Or these motherfuckers go in my comments and I'll say some shit on purpose. I'm like, rent or buy.
So clearly what I get here, this red flag, Mrs. Watson, I'm going to call her that, can't take a little bit of advice. He's confusing advice with criticism. By the way, who is this FG guy right here who looks like a Eddie Murphy knockoff from an extra from one of his films? I mean, again, if you're talking about bragging, you know, wearing a big piece of jewelry around your neck and an equally bad taste outfit, you're just asking to be ridiculed. I'm sorry, but you are.
And they just get mad. It's like you don't get to have an opinion if it's not an option for you. You don't get to say my chick's BBL and her fake tits aren't for you. You couldn't get her, you dumb motherfucker.
So then why do you want to date a woman with fake breasts and everything else? I'd rather date a natural, organic woman. So clearly, this guy's already steeped in materialism. I mean, look at the way he dresses. I have nothing against ripped jeans, but I'm willing to bet he's probably paid like $1,000 for the jeans and maybe $500 for the t-shirt. Again, you know, I'm vain. I've got some vanity towards my aspect, my personality, but holy shit, man. This guy's the regular princess. He looks in the mirror every single day. Who is the biggest, baddest, fairest man of them all? Oh, it's me, Wes Watson. Thank you, mirror. You're my friend.
You got a goddamn 3. And that's the worst thing about these motherfuckers. They try to give you relationship advice. Motherfucker, you got a borderline Miami 2. That's like a fucking Mississippi.
Let me forward a shit.
Why is money valuable?
Oh my God, that is hideous. So look at this. Ms. Watson boasts about the upgrade that you need to succeed. And somebody says here, I know you used to beat your ex-wife for fun. How are the charges coming? And some moron down here goes, bro, quite the upgrade. Good for you. Holy shit. You're calling this monstrosity right here an upgrade? Dude, this is more of a downgrade than some of the most ugliest women I've actually seen in my life. So if you're not aware, Ms. Wes Watson has their own program, which is probably why he can pay his $95,000 a month rent on his overpriced Miami home. But his disciples are now muscling themselves up. They're losing all the weight to feel much better about themselves because that's what matters in life. Obviously, you can have a look here and see that this is just absolutely fake. Like, there's no way he's gone from that to that. And it looks, I mean, what's with the dented left tit? What is going on there? So I suspect that this program that Ms. Wes Watson is endorsing on a monthly rate probably encourages his followers to take drugs and increase their muscle mass And if we go down further, wait until you see this, ladies and gentlemen. This is absolutely hilarious. I mean, man, this is the kind of stuff that you would do in 2007 when we started doing more selfies and uploading them on social media. Like, this guy hasn't caught up with the times. Oh yeah, look at this dude right here. There is no way he's gone from that to that. And he's shaved his chest as well. So I think Ms. Wes Watson would have a problem with that because you got to look like a man, not a ma'am. Yeah, that should be a crime, actually. That should be a felony, sitting there in front of your window with no clothes on, because you might be scaring the kids across the skyline. Oh my God, check this disciple out. He went from that to that. Listen, bro, that's just somebody else's head stuck on that body. There is no way that is you who's gone from that to that. In fact, the proportions are out of whack as well, because he's clearly got bigger shoulders there and he's tilting himself back, and now he's photoshopped himself over somebody else's body, and he's used the transform or distort feature on Photoshop to squeeze the body in, the torso. It's hilarious, man. Bro, you should have gone to Fiverr and paid a professional to do that for you. That looks absolutely ridiculous beyond belief. There's another guy I want to show you here as well. Yeah, this dude right here, there is no way he's gone from that to that, because the titties still look the same. And again, what is going on with the left breast, man? Come on. And in fact, the nipples seem to be sticking out more than they are in that picture there. So, dudes, I think you're better off overweight, man. You look far better there. And there's a bro with his baby son or girl. I can't tell from the photograph. Here we are. Look at this. So, that's him there, quite angelic. And that's the new and improved man on the left-hand side. But unless my eyes are deceiving me, first of all, his neck is thicker on the left-hand side. And for some reason now, he's like the male version of Alicia Vikander, the actress, who's got that long swan-like neck. And I'm not joking. I think he looks better on the left. His face is fuller. He looks happier. Here, he looks gaunt. He looks a bit unsure of himself. He's like he's lost confidence in himself. But what is with the neck, dude? And what is with the left tit again? Is there left tit syndrome? By the way, these are the guests in attendance, and I can tell just from the looks on their faces, they're not really impressed with Wes Watson. I think they're more interested in the guys on the right side of the stage, which you'll see in a few moments.
Do you have money?
What is money valuable for?
I'm just asking, do you have money?
I just said no. I'm broke.
So automatically now from this conversation, who's got the biggest dick when it comes to money? Is it you or is it me?
I'm a nobody.
No, but really you are?
Yeah.
Is he really broke?
Yeah.
I just want to know. I have to know.
No, I'm not.
By the way, these two morons right here, the Fresh and Fit co-founders, were not the best moderators for this event.
I'm not one of these rich guys. I don't have a Bugatti. I don't have a Lambo.
I just really have to know. Like, how much money you got?
Probably the $5 in my pocket. Not much more.
Can anyone answer for the guy?
Why do they?
Hey, you know what? I would rather be friends with a guy who's got $5 in his pocket than somebody's got 5 million in his pocket. Seriously, I would, because the guy with 5 million would be an absolute arsehole and will be talking about herself all day long, how great they are, and actually not having a shred of human emotion.
They think I'm kidding. I have a family. I take care of an entire family. That takes a lot of money.
Which makes him a man, in my opinion. This guy right here, give him a ballerina dress, and I'm pretty sure he'll be right at home.
All right.
Okay.
It's okay.
This is the thing, you guys. If you ain't fit, you can't say it's not all about being in good shape.
Why not?
If you don't have money, you can't say it's not all about money.
Yeah, why not?
But if he does have money, he can say that.
Why not? Why can't you say that? Why must you have the thing before you hang on, let me ask the question.
Because hypothetical is hypocritical.
Let me ask the question.
Hypothetical is hypocritical.
How do you even know what I was going to say before I've even been allowed to ask the question?
I know what you're going to say.
Then what was I going to say?
You're going to say, why can't you ask the question?
Okay, so that's not...
Because you keep interrupting him, you bald fucking motherfucker.
What I was going to say. What I was going to say is, how in the world can you create a standard that it's inappropriate to ask somebody, how come if I don't have X thing, because they don't value X thing, does that mean X thing is actually valuable?
You've never experienced it, so you can't speak about
You
it.
think that I haven't experienced wealth? Even
I was
people,
asking if you did.
Even poor people experience days of wealth.
I was
They
asking
can-
if you
even
did.
poor
I don't know
people-
who you are.
But even poor people experience days of wealth. And so
That's actually true because I held a £60,000 watch in my hand, as in not how much it weighed, how much it actually cost. I was so terrified after a few moments, I just gave it back to the guy. I wasn't going to buy the watch. He was a drunken dude in a very high-end jewelry shop in Regent Street, and he had a bit to drink, so did I, and he was actually working in the store, the boutique, I should say, and he took this watch out for me. It was a German-made watch, stainless steel, which is beautiful, but I thought, you know what? I'd rather hold a 3 grand Amiga in my hand than a watch that costs 57 grand more. So when this fine gentleman here in the shirt says, yeah, everybody poor or medium will actually experience some kind of financial benefits in their life. They usually do, and it's usually short-lived, but you kind of sit there and you think, yeah, this is what I had for a moment, but I'm back to being, you know, who I normally am, which is why I've always identified with Peter Parker, you know, the one and only Spider-Man, because when I see the troubles he went through in his comic book tales, I can relate to that, absolutely. But, you know, Tony Stark, the drinking guy, I can't because I've never had a drinking problem. I like my drink, but I certainly don't glug it back in excess because I respect the drink, just like I respect titties and cutthroat razors.
thing is
No,
it's
definitely not. Definitely not.
Definitely so.
not.
Definitely so.
I've lived the lowest lows and the highest highs.
Well, what's the distinction? After you make X amount, hundreds of thousands of dollars, if you look at these studies done on this, it does not.
I don't fit no
hugely-
fucking studies.
It does not
bro.
hugely
Yeah, because you're thick and you never went to school.
improve a person's life.
Are you proud of who the fuck
Bro,
you are?
why
Well,
don't
look
you
at.
even
Are
let
you
me
proud?
quit?
If you look in the mirror, would you guys say this motherfucker's proud of who the fuck he is? That's a bag of trash, dude. Pull your fucking shirt
Because
off.
I've been-
Tell me you're fucking proud
Because
of yourself.
I've been to fucking prison.
Jesus Christ,
Because
look
I've been
at
to
you,
prison?
bro. You got 10-inch arms and tits.
And you know what's really funny as well? When The Sopranos came out in 1999, a lot of female viewers thought James Gandolfini was absolutely sexy. And we're talking about a fine actor, one of the greatest actors of his generation, who's out of shape but had charisma, which this fucking zero right here in the middle has nothing of. He pretends he's got charisma, but he hasn't. He's a ballerina in disguise. He really is, truly, honestly. Oh.
Men don't have tits. you
No,
guys.
they go to prison where they get fucking.
Fuck yeah,
where
they
get
do.
raped up the ass.
They do have tits, just they work them out and they're differently formed. But either way, male tits, it's the same. Like women have beautiful bulging breasts, but yeah, men do have tits. He's afraid of becoming this gentleman here, and I'm not pouring shade on this guy. I think this guy is somebody I like to hang out in an Irish bar downtown New York than this complete melonhead here. If you put Mrs. Wes Watson in a gay bar, he'll be so at home. Oh, he certainly would be. Oh.
I don't think cutting in's allowed, sir. Nice collar.
Never been to prison. Look,
That's
you talking
what
about shit you
happens.
don't know.
They go to prison where they get
let's
raped.
do
Now you get your ass
Hold on,
beat
hold on,
in
hold
front
on.
of
You think
everybody.
that that's better?
Guys,
You think that that's better?
Let's let him give his definition of success, and then
Having tits and 10-inch arms
Let's-
is what a
let's-
man is,
let's
you
let him-
guys.
let's let him get
Please
his-
don't listen to that.
Wes, let's let him get his thing out, and then
Tits.
We can have different opinions.
Yeah,
Titties.
Anyway,
Yes, I appreciate tits and titties on a biological woman, but why is he putting down this guy here who's actually forming more better coherent questions than Mr. Shouty Wouty? Oh, let me get up here on stage and let me show you what a big alpha dog I am. And actually, he's looking like a complete arsehole every time I hear him open his mouth.
and
take care
yes,
of a
I
family.
do think that a rejection of materialism is something missing in society, and I do think that true wealth is the family. That's
Then
what I
when you
think
go to
success-
the-
Which this bald fuck here will never understand the value of having a wife or kids or an animal like a dog or a cat. You know, that's, you know, I agree. I mean, I used to be a materialistic guy, and yes, you could probably say, well, all the things I got behind me when I'm dead and gone. Look, you come out into the world bare butt naked, you're going to die going out the same way. So what's going to happen to my things behind me? I have no idea. I might take a cue out of Paul Newman's book and take something of value and put it in the grave with me, because with Paul Newman, it was his white Daytona Rolex watch he loved so much, he took it to the grave with him.
Beach with your family, they're like, there's my stud dad right there standing there.
Do you have
that stud right there with his shirt off?
Do you have children?
Look at that stud.
Do you have children?
I do
No,
have
because he doesn't know how to procreate.
children.
How many?
I have 2.
You have 2. So are you saying that your Bugatti and your money and everything
If
else
they
is
saw me
worth more
standing
than your
there, they'd be
children?
like, my dad.
Oh my God, if he actually has kids, if I were those kids, I'll just find myself a foster home right now and move in there.
So she was up at 5 programming. She's ready to go. Tell him something.
Shut your bitch ass up!
He's a superhero. Look what he brought to the table. Look how hard this guy works. He came from nothing to this.
Yeah.
He's, God damn it.
You're still whining. Stop whining.
That
and
is
just
a product. Dude, I'll smack your fat ass.
So you're going to attack.
Straight
You're going
up.
to.
Right, so he can't actually handle the criticism what this guy is telling him. He is whining. He's worse than some insufferable Karens I've seen online. Too, this guy is, and he probably doesn't wipe his own ass either. If he's so rich, if he's paying $95,000 a month on an apartment he's renting, take some of your $50 bills and wipe your ass to them, sir. Just proves to us how arrogant and greedy you are.
All right.
See, these two guys in the middle, absolute dog shit moderators.
Do you usually attack armed men in Florida?
Dude,
All right.
look
Let's
at
just-
your goddamn self.
Okay,
Guys,
well,
guys,
I've never
guys,
seen such a
dude.
pathetic motherfucker.
Wes,
in my
Okay,
life.
well,
let's chill out a little bit, man. A little bit.
This is not what men look like.
Let's let him
What do they
finish
look
this.
like?
Yeah, what do they look like actually? I mean, should I say, Mrs. Wes Watson, you look like a woman?
Point.
Fucking shit.
What do they look like? Bald prisoners?
Dude, fuck.
Is that what they look like?
This
let's-
is the
let's-
problem in
let's-
society. Is people like this think that
Yeah, because this guy's got hair in his head, this fool here. Yeah, well, genetic defects.
can talk to someone like me like that. They really think they can. He knows he wouldn't do shit about it, and that's the problem.
I mean, you're the one who got hostile for having a difference of opinion.
This is what the show is supposed to be about. I like this shit. So personally,
So do I.
enjoy it.
Yeah, I enjoy
But
blood sports.
We can
debates.
agree to disagree.
We can
We
have a.
can move on, but
we can-
Jesus
yeah.
Christ, men don't have tits. We can agree on that. Physically,
Men usually have
he has-
hair. We
he
can
has
agree on
cro-
that too.
He has
Physically.
crossed over gender barriers.
I think we can see each side has different opinions.
By
What has gender barriers got to do with being men in the same room? What?
choice crossing gender barriers by growing tits.
So, what about you?
Gee, I don't know about you boys and girls, but that sounded slightly transphobic. Oh dear. Even though I don't lean with that side of ideology, yeah, I mean, you could perceive that as being what it is.
Brother.
Or must align with something bigger than yourself. In my case, it's God, the Christian God. And so a success to me is fulfilling on your intentions, but maintaining your ethical standards.
Oh, this question, I saw this before. Now, this is like the teacher asking his very dumb student, what have you done? What have you given? And just to hear this guy's non-response. I'll say about this gentleman right here, he's absolutely right. If you're not sleeping around with tons of women, but you're doing something useful in life, which is what I think I'm doing at the moment, I'm giving you my 50 cents worth of commentary on YouTube almost each and every single day. I get fulfillment out of it, and I get a certain satisfaction from the comments that I respond to. And yes, that's the gap I'm filling in my life at the moment, and looking after my mother, of course. But yeah, this guy here, I mean, Mr. I love to. I don't want to see what his wife looks like. I think I'm going to have to after this. I just want to see what absolute trailer trash he's actually married.
Because I know what it's like to be at the bottom.
So, okay, so are you helping someone if you give them an expensive watch?
Why do you think we just do that? You must not know who you're talking
I asked you a
to.
question, you didn't answer it.
I give them the habits to build themselves.
What did I
into
ask
something.
you, though?
That's the funny thing. So, and again, what kind of watch is this simpleton here wearing? It's a big red watch. So if he's a real alpha male, why isn't he wearing a Hublot or a Rolex or an Omega? You know, something that's classy, a Patek Philippe. Why is he not wearing those watches? But you know what? With $95,000 a month that he pays on rent, he could probably buy about 6 of those. Well, actually, no, he could probably buy about, wait, 1 or 2 of those watches.
Am I helping them if I give them an expensive watch? I give them habits, a mindset.
So the answer is no.
Operate.
So if you give them...
Well, you guys are assuming...
If you give them a watch and they're down on their luck, you can actually help that person to rebuild their lives because they've got a financial asset to sell off. They're not going to wear it because what's the point?
We're
Just
only doing stuff about materialism.
Can a man answer a direct question?
Jeez.
No, because you're talking to a woman, I'm afraid. You know, where's Watson? An absolute girlfriend. Oh, he is. It'd be great at any gay party you've got in your neighborhood.
Jesus Christ. These Karens.
The answer is no.
Look at these fucking Karens.
Go ahead, buddy.
How the fuck did these guys even get up here? Why would you
Does this guy actually even know what the definition of a Karen is? Quite clearly, he doesn't.
bring me here with people like
You
this?
didn't answer the question.
Dude, fucking shit.
We got different
Answer the question.
Okay, go ahead, Miguel.
This is why they split it like this.
Yeah, because they want to, because they actually want to sit on the best side of the stage, not next to your smelly dumb ass. Oh my god, I've just had enough of this fucking idiot.
For me to be out here with all these people that just fucking talk, and you know they'll just...
Oh, he likes to effing talk, doesn't he? Like he never stops. He's like... You never imagine Deadpool had a bastard brother that he'll never announce to the rest of the world? This is that guy. He's Deadpool's retarded half-brother because he never stops fucking talking shit. Where's Watson's wife? I can't wait to see what she looks like. Valerie Watson, I'm assuming. Is this her? I don't know if that's... Oh my... Right, hang on a second. That can't be correct. Oh my god. Holy shit. Wow. The account is private, so obviously this is interesting. If you want to follow him, you've got to get his approval. And you've got to, you know, he only wants to talk to people that are on his level. Holy shit. Well, I mean, that's who he's married to. What is he married to? I mean, that's like a doll that you order online and then it comes to your house about 4 days later in special packaging. I'm sure that's what it is. Yeah, I'm going to refer to his wife as an it because what else can you call that? Yeah, Wes Watson, you're an absolute fake. You're a ridiculous human being. You seem to be looking at a mirror reflection of yourself. I mean, really? That's a chick? Really? Are you kidding me? You know what? Let me just type in. Let me just go into a separate window here. Let's type in 1980s women. Holy shit. Wow. So this is a lady of the WWE. Look at her. And then look at this mess right here. Who would you rather be with for the rest of your life? Yeah, you don't have to be a brain surgeon to work that one out, do you? Holy shit. Wow. Honestly, man, I have seen some things in my life, but this one actually does take the biscuit. It really does. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? Some things really do take the biscuit. And just watching that, I just feel like I've wasted almost 27 minutes of my life. But it's been an education. Yeah, my reaction probably won't surprise many of you who've been eyeing up my channel for the last few months now, but Wes Watson, totally insecure, and yes, he can't. I mean, he should do what Wayne Rooney does and get a hair transplant because that might restore some insecure or take away the insecurities away from him. But the guy's an absolute fucking joke. He really is. And the actual guys on stage on his left or right, depending on which way you're watching it, I think the audience and definitely were more on their side than somebody who's bragging about money, who clearly takes enhancers to make himself look that way. And again, look at the mess of a wife he's married to and apparently has children with. Good grief. I feel sorry for her more than him, because again, that's the kind of narcissist that, you know what, if he went back to jail, I think he'll get shanked the minute he walked through the front door, because quite clearly he's probably pissed off former inmates in there, and I bet some of those inmates are going to be coming after him because they want a slice of the so-called wealth that he actually has in his possession. Mr. $95,000 a month I pay on an apartment in Miami. Wow, good for you. Good for you.
This is not my beautiful house.
And on that one, ladies and gentlemen, if you were me and if I were you, you should come back for the next video. And I promise not to put you down because you're less of a person than I am. This can't be real. The man who's bragging on stage about what a man he is, more like a ma'am. And look at that, it's got a cutesy wootsy handbag, a lady's purse, and that can't be for his missus because she would carry it herself unless it's too heavy for her fragile arms. And he's dressed in white again. What's this obsession with dressing in white? But here, let me just see what this guy has to say to him.
Be kind, sir. Hey, I love that Richard Mille. I'm Ziv, the watch guy. I love that Rolex as well. Is that the presidential? Can you guys share with our viewers what you do for a living?
What do you do for a living? I'm Wes Watson.
I know these Richard Mille watches. Yeah, they look a bit comical, cartoonish. It's like a skeleton watch. Definitely what I would call a watch in the true sense of that great timepiece for man. You know, I like classical watches, you know, like an Omega DeVille, for example. But this is overpriced dog shit.
Watson. Everybody knows who I am.
No, I don't know who the fuck you are because I only found out about you through that fucking Fresh and Wild video, you moron.
Wes Watson.
Wes Watson? Okay, awesome.
Sure.
And what advice do you have for people just starting out? Oh, that's stunning. The rose gold press. Whoa, that teardrop. Man, you're one lucky girl. Can you guys share?
Yeah. Wes Watson, you're one lucky girl because your husband right here seems to be more of a man than you are.
What's the best advice you could give people just starting out? Want to become successful like
Personal development, first and foremost.
Okay.
Develop you as your best version of yourself, first and foremost. And then learn from a top entrepreneur and what you want to sell.
I love it. And how about you? What advice do you have for people just starting out?
Oh, I don't really, because I like to find narcissistic rich men and I don't put on any weight for them. I want to be as skinny as possible and be their trophy little wife or girlfriend or mistress or whatever.
This is